Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I'm SocietySucks and today I'm checking out Berlin Wall Part 1 by Mitsi Studio. So they're making a video about the Berlin Wall, but they've split it into parts. I guess that was just too much to fit into a 10-minute video. Yeah, the Berlin Wall, a terrible thing. Let's watch what Mitsi has to say about it.
Picture this, Berlin 1961. You're just out for a casual stroll, maybe on your way to a friend's place for a delicious pretzel. Life is good.
And when you're trying to go back,
then, bam,
you can't do it because there's a wall.
You're stopped dead in your tracks by a wall. And no, this is not some glitching Fortnite game, this is an actual real-life brick wall. You squint, get confused, and notice Soviet workers and soldiers frantically stacking brick after brick to this growing monstrosity. Congratulations, you're now a front row witness to what might just be the world's most depressing dominoes project of the 20th
I've heard stories
century.
of how families were torn apart because of the wall.
As the Iron Curtain. Overnight, the GDR decides, hey, let's split the city in half. On the west side, the British, French and American zones. On the east, the DDR, the Deutsche Demokratische Republic, turning half
was
of
not
Berlin
democratic.
into a fortress complete with watchtowers, barbed wire and all that scary
Yes,
stuff.
very democratic.
To understand how we ended up with this giant concrete mess, we have to rewind a bit. During the Yalta Conference in February 1945, and later at Potsdam, Roosevelt, Churchill and Stalin decided to slice up Berlin into sectors. Imagine Germany as a trashed restaurant after a chaotic dinner. Berlin, that's Gordon Ramsay's kitchen, run by 4 angry managers all yelling over each other, claiming they own the place. Chaos guaranteed. After the war, Germans tried to pick up the pieces, and apparently they were much better at rebuilding than, well, winning a war.
Yeah.
Enter the Wirtschaftswunder, the legendary economic miracle. West Germany went from rubble to riches, with thriving industries producing sleek cars, precise machinery and
Meanwhile, the
high-tech
East
chemicals.
was far behind.
Zyklon Bay excluded. Meanwhile, life in East Berlin could not be more different. Life was tough, money was tight, and more than a few people decided to risk everything by leaving the Soviet part of the city in search of a better life. And yes, back then migrants were white and more than welcome to visit the West. Must be a coincidence. This massive outflow of people freaked the Soviet-backed DDR out so much that they decided to build a wall.
The Soviets, well, they knew that the West was giving people a better life than communism did. And that was not good for their propaganda. So they had to make a wall.
Wrapping completely around West Berlin just to keep everyone from escaping. In the early morning hours, Soviet soldiers and workers rolled in and started laying down the first concrete blocks of what could soon become the infamous Berlin Wall. At first, the barrier dividing East and West Berlin was basically a bit of barbed wire and panic. People could still hop over it in places where construction lacked. But within months, every inch was locked down. They even bricked up apartment windows facing the west, which actually isn't the worst thing if your neighbors happen to be loud, annoying communists.
Yeah, that's
If
facts.
your neighbors were family though, yeah, you were completely screwed.
Yep.
While life in the West didn't change much, aside from suddenly living inside a concrete donut, the East morphed into a full-blown surveillance state. This ultimate dystopia
A lot of people were
depression
killed while
was run
trying
by
to
the
cross the
Stasi,
wall too.
short for Ministerium for Staatssicherheit. Or maybe a better fit would be Staatssicher Shite. Now these guys acted like hyperactive prison guards, and East Berlin became the prison. Think Sin City.
Literally
except
every country
everything
on the
was watched,
communist
recorded,
rule.
filed and punished with enthusiasm. Phone calls were wiretapped, mailboxes were turned upside down, and informants roamed the streets like they were filming a communist
Okay, look. This wasn't just Berlin. This was every single country that was occupied by the Soviet Union. Like, this isn't any different than, for example, Poland, the Baltic states. Just every country that was occupied by the Soviets.
reboot of Catfish. And just when you think they'd gone over the top, they weren't done. Stasi folks kept busy collecting people's scent samples so dogs could track them down. By now, calling East Berlin a prison is an insult to actual prison.
It's a concentration
At least in
camp.
prison, no overzealous dog is sniffing up and down your crack.
Basically
while
a
you're trying to take
concentration
shit.
camp.
Anyway, in the end, Stasi operatives weren't focused on locking people up. They were focused on making life itself a living hell. Bizarre operations were designed to distort everyday routines and quietly destroy lives without ever leaving a trace. So yes, the list of potential actions the Stasi operatives could undertake to make your life miserable was long. As Hans, the oppressed East Berliner here, can testify. Bear with us as we follow Hans for a day behind the Iron Curtain.
The alarm rings in the morning, Hans is up in his
What is
bed,
this?
off to work, punching in this life is making him mad. So during lunch he cracks a joke about the socialist state, but the Stasi informant looks less amused than his mate. Before you know was his up, the boss is screaming at you. You were caught wanking off.
This is
That
good.
story came through, indecent act, one gets sacked. It sounds fitting for sure, but this genius crafted lie made him walk out the door. You're in the DDR, and now you're depressed. Every soul beyond the wall.
Oh my god.
Blessed, but in this Plattenbau jungle without a single tree, the only growing thing is a wish to be free. Now Hans is driving home in his Trabi car through the grey haze streets of the DDR. Van Mottern, few more steps, and he is back at home in this sad apartment building, and he's not alone. When he walks inside and takes a look around, all the chairs was moved.
Everything was trashed and searched.
On the phone, not alone, is this a group chat now? Well, I better go. Greets for deine Frau. You're in the DDR, and now you're depressed. Every soul beyond the wall is more than blessed. But in this Plattenbau
This song is amazing. It's actually good.
is a wish to be free. Falling down on them knees.
It's still going.
Empty stomach hums like them Red Army choir. Despite sieben color shite, Hans is seeing the light. Cause his noisy diesel fridge might hold a special prize. When he opens it up, he hopes for sausage and bread. But all that he sees is chili coupons instead. While the food stamps salute, Hans can only say yes to a royal meal of kein Fress, nur viel Stress. You're in the DDR, and now you're depressed. Every soul beyond the wall is more than blessed. But in this Plattenbau jungle without a single tree, the only growing thing is a wish to be free.
I'm putting this in my playlist because this is actually really good. This slaps.
Now, to really get into the nitty-gritty details of the Berlin Wall and how depressed it made our boy Hans, we'll continue this video in part 2, which will be released
Oh,
soon.
that's the end of
if you
part
haven't
for part
subscribed
1
yet,
already?
well, bloody get on with it and subscribe, or become a member on Patreon or YouTube. See you guys around.
Oh my god, the DDR song is on Spotify. Hell yeah. That song was straight up the best part of this video. It was so fucking good. It's actually catchy. Amazing. You gotta clap it up for Mitsi. That was amazing. But yeah, obviously the wall was a terrible thing. It's really just all the Soviets' fault. They're the ones who built the damn wall after all, because they knew the West had it better than the East. There's a reason why the West right now is more developed than Eastern Europe. And the main reason for that is communism, the USSR. But hey, Eastern Europe is starting to catch up, so that's good. And yeah, I guess we'll see the second part of this video soon. Not sure how long that's gonna take. Hopefully it'll be quick, but we'll see. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. If you want to see more reactions, check out this video right here. And with that, I hope I'll see you in the next video.